Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, Ozokrat here, she, her pronouns, voicing Pingsu, also she, her pronouns. Back with another interruption to your weekly schedule. Today I am going to be streaming practice runs for the upcoming FAST-A-THON. For those of you not in the know, I do want to get more into like the speedrunning community, or at the very least I want to get more into like the charity events community and marathons, because I feel like it's a really fun time. It's fun to show off stuff to friends, especially for games you're really interested in. The run will be on Sunday, the 23rd of November, and it'll be around this time. I believe the run is scheduled for 11:11 or so. I'm going to double check that right now, because I have the schedule from Ongus, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. No one knows. Anyways, yeah, it's 11:11 my time, which is about this time. We are raising money for Able Gamers, which is going to be a group that is known for mainly helping people and kids with disabilities. Mainly physical disabilities, sometimes mental disabilities. Oh hey, look who's in the chat. I posted this in the FAST-A-THON server, and its Paige here is the host of the entire dang event. Hello Paige, thank you for showing up. But yeah, Able Gamers is a group that works with people with disabilities to essentially help them get technology aids or whatever they need to help them play video games the same as the rest of us. It could be custom software, it could be custom controllers. It's a fun little process, and I think it's a neat cause that not a lot of people probably think about. So if you want to support that, you can tune in when I link it on my Discord on Sunday. Anyways, today we're going to be doing some practice runs, and since we are doing practice runs for a real-time speedrun, I will note that we have removed a few of the redeems in my points. Specifically, I've removed the... thank you for the follow page, it's very appreciated. We have removed the commands for banning an in-game action, we've removed taking off my glasses, and we've removed flipping my controller. Basically, anything that gets in the way of practicing the run is off today. And in addition, anything that requires me to adjust the UI, like designated cutie, will not be done until after the end of a run. This also includes stuff like hydrate and stretch. I am willing to do them still, and you can even stack them if you want. But I will not do them mid-run. It's only a 40-minute run or so, so I don't want to interrupt that. Now then, it's not quite as scuffed as the last time I did one of these setups, but it's still not what I prefer, honestly. The main problem here is the timer. I can't get the timer in a good spot in front of the screen without it blocking crucial info. And I can't put it off to the side without making it really awkward like this. I still think it might be a bit hard to read some of it, but it should work. I'll also have to remember which quick commands are for splits and which ones are for my facial expressions, because I don't want to hit the wrong one and accidentally reset the run. Now then, I do have the item buttons demapped like I always do for this run. And if y'all have any questions or just want to chat during the run, I am more than willing to chat during the run, I just can't stop and do anything. Oh yeah, I will note, I am practicing 150cc, but there is a donation incentive, I believe, to flip it to mirror mode, which flips all the courses left and rights, and also makes the CPUs a bit harder. It's not something that will ruin my day, but it is something that will, like, shake it up a bit if y'all are interested in that. Anyways, my previous personal best is 39 minutes and 4 seconds or so. So our goal today is going to be to try to beat that. In general, my goal is by the end of the year to get sub 39, and the lower the better, obviously. Neither of my event runs have managed to do that so far, because Multi-Thon was last minute, and I didn't even really get to practice for it because it was a backup, and I didn't think it'd get picked. And Spotlight had like 3 instances where the stream went down mid-run, so it kind of invalidated any times I had there. So hopefully we can get a really good run on Sunday. Alright. Starting the run in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now, as a reminder, I have demapped the item buttons, so I can't hit them even if I want to. I also do plan on doing my customary $10 donation plus a point for, an extra $1 for every point I get under the max of 160. Toss that forward, did you, DK? It's important to note that this game does not have a camera to look behind you, so I would not have been able to look behind me to avoid that. Got it! And I hit a ground green. Win some, lose some. Yeah, what I did there was I deliberately bumped into one of the opponents there, so the red shell hit them instead. Almost was clever. First ground mushroom of the run. $129, not bad. Anything under 130 is usually a good start by my standards on Luigi Circuit. And then I do have to mash through the menus because this is real time. Bowser Castle right off the rip. Reminder that courses 2 through 15 are randomized. You always start with Luigi Circuit and you always end with Rainbow Road, but everything else can be in any order at once, which is why I can't do splits. Also a reminder that the game does not have a timer before blue shells start flying. We've already seen 2 in 25 seconds. At least that one was nice to me. Alright. Make that 3 in 45 seconds. What is this, Mario Kart Wii? And the spark didn't come out. Alright, well that's a terrible lap 1, holy hell. Normally you want anything under a minute per lap. Something closer to 56 to 57 seconds is typically a good lap for this track. But getting hit by 2 blue shells and a red definitely makes that harder. Alrighty. one good thing about this track is that red shells can't make it over that final jump, so the one you saw the warning for will not be showing up. But yeah, see, that was a 54.8. You can get really good lap times here if you don't get hit by items or any of the 17.5 hazards on the track. That being said, as you saw in lap 1, there's obviously a lot of room for variance. Especially if the drifts don't come out. But yeah, that will be one of the few nice things about doing 100% next month. It's a run that actually has splits I can show off. A bunch of them, actually. It's like 20 splits or something, one for each of the 20 cups. 254. I might have been able to get that under 250 if I hadn't had that first lap. That being said, I'll take a decent recovery. Oh boy. For those of you who were around on my last practice stream and some of my runs, I feel... Oh, we're doing this again, are we? If I was actually trying to get the best run ever, I would reset after these second and third races, I swear. Good God. But since we're practicing for run, it's a policy here for me to try and ride them out. No matter how awful Waluigi Stadium seems to want to be to me every time I'm here. That is the third blue shell I've seen in 47 seconds, game. You are not Mario Kart Wii. Got another ground shrimp at least. Yeah, as a reminder for anyone who wonders why I do Pacifist and not no items, it's because I could run over a ground item at any time and that would require a run reset, which is not exactly friendly for a speed run in an event. I also just think it incentivizes more reacting to what's on the track in front of you, which is fun. Like there. Gonna say I heard that. Ooh, still got that from lap 1. I'm surprised it did not. Dodge! Let's go! I got a blue shell dodge or 2 in multi-thon, I think. And I always want to get at least 1 during a run. Because they're probably like one of the coolest things you can see in a run. Reminder that it's basically a frame perfect trick, and it sometimes just isn't possible depending on level geography. Like if I'm going down the bumps on DK Mountain, I am not getting a blue shell dodge. But on straightaways or flat curves like this, there is a chance. Not a guarantee, a chance. Ah, too early on the boost. At least the mushroom I bumped into on the cart kind of offset it. I was a bit paranoid of that green shell hitting the bomb, and it sounds like I was correct based on that little flash after. And recover. Power slide didn't go off there. Alright. Ground shroom. Second one of the race. And get one right before the end. I think that kind of balanced out with how much I slowed down from hitting it. I wanted to hit it a bit more from the side. That being said, for one blue shell, that's not too bad of time. Could have been better, could have been worse. Typically, I want something under 135. The closer to 130, the better, but that's, like, time trials time for me. Trying to avoid getting slammed into the walls here by those two. And then mini turbos are really pointless release here because it just smacks you into the outside wall faster. Same here, it just rocket shoots to the outside, sometimes falling off. Mini turbos are a lot more helpful here when you get them here. Dodge! Slower, take the middle, go around. One thing that's kind of nice is we got relatively lucky with our rivals this Grand Prix. Sometimes you'll get like Yoshi or Birdo and they can have the homing eggs, which are not as bad as triple shells to deal with, but still irritating. But DK has the giant bananas, which are only a problem if he gets in front of you. Peach has an item that only activates in the back of the pack. And Bowser and Waluigi's items don't really home in on you, so if you're out of the range of them, they can't hit you. I don't suppose that counts as a dodge, does it? I feel like the blue shell's gonna come around again. God dang it! Could you have at least done a full lap? Yeah, the blue shells will go backwards if you're closer that way. Not that you get to see it often. Alright, sub 230, which is not good, but considering the fall off blue shell in lap 2, could have been worse, I suppose. Dry Desert. Off-road in Central. Why did they not bring this back in later games? The ability to differentiate between types of off-road is so cool of an idea. And it would have balanced karts a lot better if they did this in games where lightweights were not as good typically. Like, the closest example I can think of after this game would be what? GBA Shy Guy Beach on Mario Kart Wii. Has all that water that slows you down a little bit, and it's better for lightweights. Yeah, no chance of dodging when you're shrunk there. Mini turbos aren't quite strong enough in that state. Wasn't trying to go off the ramp, but sure. Not a bad lap considering there was lightning in it. Sometimes I wonder just how many, didn't go off that time. Sometimes I wonder just how many mini turbos I do in a Grand Prix. Because it's got to be like a ridiculously high number, probably like in the hundreds. Alright, I'll take that time. And on to RNG. Don't get me wrong, there are strats here, but it's nowhere near as consistent as the other tracks. We'll start with a bit of luck by not having that red shell target us, sure. Ah, there's the luck. There's the luck. Hup. Oh, what was that bump game? Dodge! Still hit it! Frick. Yeah, I've described this before. It goes a set distance if it misses you. And then it explodes anyway, and sometimes you just get caught up in that anyways. That being said, 2 dodges, question mark? Could have been better, could have been worse. Mostly it was lap 2 that messed me up. The 1.5 dodges. Sure, I'll take it. On to Sherbetland. I recorded this track as part of a bunch of tracks with a friend for, nice. Immediate red shell dodge. Anyways, I recorded this with a friend for, the Binary Breakers event that is next month. On the 5th. Ah! Bit too... Come on! I'm just trying to speak sentences, game. Anyways. We did an interstitial, which is a thing that occurs between marathon runs to, like, pad out the time while they're changing out technology and stuff, and setups. And one of them is going to be, me and a friend doing a bunch of ice-themed tracks in Double Dash. Well, Double Dash and a mod for Double Dash that adds more tracks. You know, that was just too narrow. Dodging that would have sent me way into the snow and cost more time. But yeah, I just got reminded of that because, of course, this track is one of them as the only ice track in base game. I think we played Double Dash Plus for that. So we had like 5 or 6 ice tracks to choose from, and then we did one of the battle arenas as well. Not sure if all of it will make the final cut, though. 131. Not bad. Sub 130 is like the best case scenario for me on this track usually, but I'll take 131. Not telling us who this friend is. I mean, I gotta give you a reason to tune in to the event itself, don't I? Dodge! That's 2.5. Let's go! Didn't even have to boost there. The gravity did the work for me. too late on that one. That was almost one of the best laps I've had. You say that like we wouldn't tune in for you? Yeah, no, I get you. From what I've heard, it would theoretically be something that plays after the run that comes before me. Because I'm like the second run in that event, so they'd want to play it before I actually did my thing. It'd be kind of weird if I did a thing where it's like, hey, this is Ozokrite doing an event for between runs, and you can see more of her 2 days ago, or something like that. But yeah, I'll talk more about that event when I get to the stream for it, where I practice for it, which will probably be the Sunday before, or sometime around then. I'll decide on it as I get closer. Right now I'm focusing more on FAST-A-THON, obviously. .208. Not too bad, I guess. Hat lightning. Almost a second blue shell hitting me. On to Mario's Circuit, which is normally the 6th track you play in order, but here it is a bit later. Not that I'm carried away. Alright, everyone, stay on Goomba Watch. Because they're the only enemies in the game where if they're hit with an item, they drop a mushroom. Well, maybe... Gosh dang it. The drift didn't work and then it just all went downhill from there. Don't you taunt me, items. Oh, I just hopped off that one. Sent me flying a bit to the side. But yeah, that's why I'll often say this is the best track to get hit by lightning on, because the lightning will attack all of the Goombas. Free dodge, free dodge. Can't remember the last time I didn't get at least one mushroom on this track. Not that I'll complain about dodging lightning for once, but just caught me off guard. One of the worst places to get hit there, because I couldn't power slide without smacking into the grass. Very middling time there. Stop coughing, Gozo. Stop coughing. You can get a drink after the run. 6 tracks left, including this one. Oh, come on. That was just unnecessary, Mario. Come on. Where were you last race? Alright, keep an eye out for mushrooms on the ground, I guess. Best case scenario, yeah, there's one over here that lets me cut through the water a bit. Still would have been nicer if I didn't get hit with lightning at all, because then I wouldn't have been slow enough to need mushrooms to cut through the water. But hey, we take what we can get. Like not getting hit with that blue shell at the end of the race. I will give a small reminder that we're technically doing 2 different times we're evaluating in this run. The one that marathons care about is real time, which is includes all the loading screens and stuff between races. But the game itself also keeps track of your time combined for all the tracks. None of the loading times, just like the 16 tracks in a row. And the record for that, for me, is 32:45. And you can see the current time in the bottom right. Currently it's at 20:57. Which seems like a good pace until you remember, oh wait, Rainbow Road always takes 3.5 minutes at least, unless you get like a god run on it. Oh, come on. Get the boost off. Yes, little red stuff on the side does not slow you down at all. Give it up for actually decent terrains that you can drive on that you don't expect in the slightest. Man, that really doesn't roll off the tongue. I need a better way to phrase that. Okay, Ozo, what was that? I get the road is yellow. That's no excuse. And then you missed that. Ozo. Start talking about the final time and immediately start choking on my own cart. Sure, let's go with that. Oh yeah, no, I hate the ending for this track. If you're on good pace, there's always those 2 bombs there. And it's a freaking needle to get through them. But yeah, the only reason I care about real time is because that's what the marathons refer to. Should I try the DK shortcut today? Could make a run really good, or it could completely fuck me over. I think I'll see how much distance I have from the pack behind me, because I feel like I can get it somewhat if I line it up. I don't have like the fast sub down. Don't boost here because it sends you flying off the side. Yeah, no, they're too close to me for this lap. I was trying to run up the wall, so it missed me. Well, how was I supposed to dodge that one, girl? I guess I'll take it. Got the worst smack into the wall, but it probably prevented me from going face first into that. Little blessings? Question mark? Well, I'm not gonna get it like that. Wrong facial expression. Ozo. Ozo, anger is 5. Excited is 8. Remember your numbers! Why yes, I am a very functional human being, thank you for asking. I say before coughing again. Yeah, no, I'm not dodging anything on this mountain. At least not blue shells. Red shells are actually kind of easier because they get distracted by the bumps. Messed up the angle. And I still fell off! Gosh dang it! Luckily they hit themselves, so I didn't have to worry about losing the race, but that was a terrible time. What the hell is that? Oh! Sorry about that. Sorry. Let's focus on finishing the run. Because that's like the one cut I want to learn today. But the game is like, no, you don't get chances to do it in a run. First lap, they were too close. The third lap, I messed up the angle because I'm a freaking moron. And then the second lap, you saw what happened. Released it just a split second too late. Oh, come on. The drift didn't start flicking. One of my biggest pet peeves with Double Dash is 150cc mode is that you always get heavyweight rivals. It's not even like subtle, you always get both rivals as heavyweights if the game can make it. So and the only reason I care about that is because of tracks like Rainbow Road where they can smack you off the ledge. Anyways, 2 tracks left. Rainbow Road and... yeah, Dino Jungle. Alright. I'm expecting some items to come after me in a moment, but I've definitely had worse starts to this track. In the middle. There's the air. The air from the geyser prevented me from dodging that one even if I wanted to. Yo! Let's go. 3.5. I think it's 3.5 now. Mm-hmm. $208. That was one of my best Dino Jungle runs. That being said, I do think I'm a bit too slow here to get a PB. Because my best time's like a 3:15. And that's if I get 3 miracle laps with no one hitting me. Missing a start at the start ain't great either. Especially if someone behind me got it. And there's the item. Oh, come on! How'd that knock me off to the side like that? So yeah, no PB this time. Oh, that almost pushed me off the edge. DK, you freaking jerk. But yeah, no, fast lap on this track is like a minute 5. Minute 5, maybe minute 6. Not what I just had. I will say that's probably one of the best places I could have gotten hit by a lightning. Because you don't really lose any speed on dash panels. Yeah, I need to finish the second lap by 38 minutes here in order to have any chance of PBing. And not miss mushrooms right in front of my face. That would be nice too. Oh, you can aim for those, Ozo. Good job, Ozo. Anyways, this wasn't a terrible run to start with, but it's definitely not what I want to be my best of the day. Hey, got 1 star. And there was the best. Oh right, I forgot Live Split does this now. Really? Did you really need to do that, game? I'm already off pace. And time. Run 1 of the day. 39 minutes, 25.87 seconds. Alright, if y'all want me to do any designated cuties, hydrates, or stretch breaks, this is the time to do it. Thanks, Andy. Hello, welcome to the chat. Yeah, no, it's the nature of the game, you know? I wasn't annoyed as much about the number of blue shells as I was about where they were. There were so many blue shells where it was just like, I don't even have a chance in hell of dodging them. Anyways, let me go ahead and add on the cutie thing. Thank you. Was already going to take a drink of my water anyway, but I'll take one more since you redeemed. Coach Andy is here. You can get a 31 easily with good luck. Have you played a lot of Double Dash speedruns then? Like, I'm doing the gimmick category, but it still kind of works for this sort of thing. My best in-game time is 32:45 at the moment. I believe I'm 87th on the leaderboard because of that. At least in the glitchless category. Hydrating without chat telling you to. That's illegal. Listen, if you throw me in jail, I'm going to end up in fucking Mario Sunshine. That's just how it goes on the GameCube. I'm looking at the speedrun.com leaderboard right now. Is it right to assume you are the one on there named My Name is Andy, otherwise known as the 7th place person on the leaderboard? If so, thank you very much for doing that. But yeah, thank you for verifying the run. I only really submitted because I noticed it was top 100, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of neat. I'm still kind of new to the idea of speedrunning. I started doing this back in like late July, early August. I'm practicing today for an event that's going on Sunday. Doing the stretches now. In Glitchless you are, if it's that name. The most recent run to finish ahead of you was 2nd place, which was like 2 months ago, but you're still like 80 spots ahead of me, so don't worry. I am officially the trash player when it comes to us on the leaderboard this time. And I don't think I'll be approaching you anytime soon. Anyways, let me remember how I set it up to, how did I set up resetting? That was 1. Okay. I'm better than you, I just got blue shelled a lot. Listen, Andy, I don't even know how to officially A-tech. I have not gone onto the Discord, I have not done any of the speedrunning terminology under my belt. That's why I'm doing a gimmick category, because I know I'm not the best on this. Yeah, I don't know, like, officially what any of the texts on the category rules mean. You can teach me if I'm interested in improving. I mean, yeah, I'd be down for that. I usually only stream the game live when I have a run coming up. But I'd be willing to practice more in my off time. I have a Discord server in my about links, and you can also just send me a friend request on Discord. My username is just Ozocrite. I can also be reached on Blue Sky and YouTube. Can you teach me one technique? It will take 2 minutes. Sure. Do I have to go into, should I go into time trials for this, or is this something different? Like, I have my next ad break starting in about 3.5 minutes, so, like, might as well before the next run starts. What do you got? Alright, Wario Coliseum time trials, you say? Alright, let me know where to stop. Where do you want me to be? Hold drift button and the control stick all the way. Now, are you talking about, like, for the small jumps at the beginning, or just the big one? Let's hear. Oh! You know, that's actually really noticeable. I've been focusing on, like, the angling your cart forward thing. But that's actually really good. Holy hell. Thank you so much. This probably will save a really good chunk of time. If I don't do that, it'll go really well. Whoops! Maybe I held the direction a bit too early on you. But yeah, sincerely, thank you so much on that bit. When you're on the big spiral, while holding drift and left on the stick, mash the L button fast as fuck. Alright, let's try it. Oh yeah, that is a noticeable difference. Thank you. That's such a fast fall, holy hell. Don't know if going against the wall there was the problem. But yeah, my laps before were a minute 10 or so. Minute 9, I think, was a good lap for me on this track. So let's see how fast this lap is. Minute 8. Not too bad. Especially for, like, my first time trying these techniques. Anyways, ads should be starting any second. After the ads are done, I will go ahead with my next run on this game, since we have the timing worked out there. Go ahead and load it up, though. But yeah, thank you so much for the information. Do not use it on the big jump at the end of Bowser's Castle or you will fall. Noted. Sorry about the ads, y'all. I'll start the run when they're done in like 3 minutes. While it's waiting. Do you not have the ads right now? I just kind of assume unless you have like the sub icon or unless you're on like... Oh, you're one of those turbo users. Yeah, I don't have turbo, so I'm used to like checking icons to see if someone has a sub and can hear me. But I forget that turbo doesn't have an icon. But yeah, I was just curious if there are any other jumps to avoid doing it on. Like, I can think of a few other tracks where I probably want to use it a lot. Waluigi Stadium definitely comes to mind. Waluigi Stadium, DK Mountain. Rainbow Road has a couple. Recently, in terms of optimizations, I've been thinking about like what cups I'd want to have unlocked when I do the run. Like right now, I just have the cups needed to... The first one of Waluigi Stadium. You're talking about the big one that's over the underpass, right before the first mud pit? Yeah, that makes sense, that makes sense. Am I good to use it on the jump before that and the jump over the gap at the end, though? We're almost back. There's like 15 seconds left. Okay, so don't do it immediately, but you can do it like partway through. Got it. On the very first jump, you should actually go around the right side in the mud. Way faster. Okay, I'll take that into account. Welcome back, those of y'all who were suffering from ads. I'm sorry y'all had to do that. I was just getting more coaching advice. Anyways, I'm definitely really excited to do this run now that I have like new stuff to play with. Oh yeah, definitely. Even before I knew like the tech that you just taught me, I was always angling my cart forward immediately. Does it help you fall faster from the cannons, or is it better to just focus on like the angling? Anyways, starting the run in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Promising start. Promising start. Thank you, DK. Ah, too late, too late. Frick. That's such a tight window. And got stuck in the sand. Frick. Don't think the mushroom landed behind me. Gosh dang it! You know, this is not a good Luigi circuit so far. Stop! Breach shells from nowhere. Oh yeah, I will remember the L mashing. And I assume I can do the opposite with the R button on the spiral at the end of Rainbow Road. You know, that was a terrible Luigi circuit. That was like 6 seconds worse than my last run. We're practicing for marathons though, so play it out. Right, it's just changing the stick direction, I forgot. I was just overthinking for a moment. I guess you could mash R and hold L, but that seems like sociopath behavior. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the norm. The only place I'd really find a place for, like, the, R-Tech here would be the, drop before the pool, but I don't really think it's big enough to be worth focusing on. As much as getting a good angle around the pool. That being said, this is a lot better than my last Daisy. You had to open your frickin' mouth, Ozo. Don't worry about learning R-Tech yet. Nobody learns how to do it. Knows how to do it anyway. Yeah. That run was going great until I acted like an idiot in the dining hall. Alright, here's the first real good place to use the drop tech. What determines when one of these freaking shells will hover and when they won't? Okay, I tried to do the art tech and it... Well, I tried to do the drop tech and I just didn't get any air at all, so I just slid through the wall. Well, into the wall. I really need to learn how to do this cut in, like, a race setting. Because, like, I know how to do it with a mushroom, but, like, doing it in a speedrun setting is really important for this. You ideally want to actually bonk the railing on purpose. Damn it! I assume that was not what you meant. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It's probably easier to just learn through a video there. Yeah, no, maybe I should stop trying it today. I'm 0 for 6. Like, my idea is I'm trying to, like, swing around the outside there, and it's just not working. Alright, I remember what you told me. Don't do it on the Bowser Castle ending jump. Can I do it on, like, the lava jump, though? Like, the one where all the fireballs are coming down before this loop? I feel like it's... I can't. Alright. Alright. And then don't do it here. You know, that's fair. You can do it on the final jump, just not immediately. Okay, so closer to like Waluigi Stadium final jump. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah, that might have been a bit too early, but, like, it worked. And then I completely forgot to do it and went the wrong way afterwards. Good job, guys. Work in progress, this girl. Yep, I hear you. Well, I'm not gonna dodge if you do that. Thank you, Andy. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Rather rough on the last lap, but the first two were pretty solid. Too early. Well, that's just rude. Yeah, I kind of figured that you could do it on this final jump here. It just would be very minimal. But, like, yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, no, that definitely saves, like, a tenth, maybe. A few hundredths. It's a small save, but they add up. Don't mind if I do. Charge a mini turbo wall fast falling. That does sound tempting. Maybe. If I get a good angle at the end here, I will. At least try it. Yeah, about that good angle, I didn't get it. Maybe next time, maybe next time. Can only have so many good moments in a run, I guess. Yeah, I was like, ooh, mushrooms, and then completely hit everything but the mushrooms. Hey, Tribulated, how's it going? We're doing runs. I've been getting coaching advice from someone in the community. The goal today is to get under 39 minutes real time, and then we'll see what we can do for in-game time. Well, not if you get stuck in the grass like that, Kua. What was that angle? But yeah, the first run was maybe 25 seconds off. Well, thank you for the compliment, Tribulated. Dodged, finally dodged one of them after like 4 attempts. But yeah, they taught me about a tech to fall faster and navigate the really harsh spiral better in Wario Coliseum. What determines how long they hover? I really want to know that. But yeah, thanks for showing up. It's really appreciated. Oh yeah, no, I kind of went into the category being like, I want to stream this game in charity events and marathons, but I also know I don't have the experience, specifically in speedrunning, to play the game with all the tech that I've never learned. So I'm going to add a interesting category that makes it funny to watch. But yeah, I think it definitely helps, like, curb some of those item spamming instincts you get in the game. Remember that's there for next time. I was expecting someone to take the outside one, but no, they got the inside one. Didn't get the blue spark. And that's just rude, game. Can you drag items behind you in this one? No. No, you cannot. It's one of, like, maybe 1 or 2 games in the series that you can't. Come on! Didn't even get first on that one. Fuck you. Ah! Pro gamer, by the way, loses. I mean, I guess if it had to happen anywhere, Baby Park was as logical a place as any. I mean, it would only be a problem if I dragged the items behind me automatically. I'd still have to push the item button to drag them in most games, which would count against the Pacifist run. Yeah, it's like the one disadvantage being in the sand. It's not as easy to dodge reds. Cops are coming back. We're not even halfway, body. Knock it off. I also did this category because I don't really know how to do, like, manipulating the enemy's RNG with your own items. I know that you can do that with the triple shells and stuff. I don't know how to do that. Dino definitely has a couple jumps I could do the tech on. Well, if you give me that little warning. Focus on being safe. Game really doesn't want me to be safe. Then thread the needle. Kind of missed it there. Dodged. Yoink the star and then completely be careful on this one, because it messes with my racing lines. Got it though. Nice drift there. That's always risky because you either hit the dinosaur or you fly off if you do it wrong. Sup? sub 40-second. I can't remember the last time I got a sub 40-second lap on this track. You know, the angle that was going to mess it up. Yeah. Focus on not getting air. Still a really solid time for me on this track. I think it's like a half second slower than my last run, but both were still really good times there. Alright, this is the track where Andy taught me all the stuff after the last run. That being said, it won't help much if I get stuck behind these fat zones. But yeah, like, before I would land in the middle here. And now I do that. And then I can mash here to handle that spiral. And then you can just magnet down here. Dodge! Yeah, my previous run, I think this track was 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Well, I'm not going to dodge if you give it to me there. Yeah, still hit the outside on that one. You gotta mash that fast. Then completely whiff that. Good job, Ozo. If you fall there. But yeah, my last run here was 229. This time it was 223. Even with my complete failure to dodge any item thrown my way that lap. Take what we can get. Yeah, no, it is an improvement. Didn't quite get the mud. Dodge around. Ah, that was... Come on! Yeah, I know everyone has tracks that get them. This is the track that gets me. Okay, yeah, I forgot that bit. I was out. Not it. Hopefully that'll be there next lap. We'll see. Yeah, sorry for forgetting your advice on the final one there. How'd you miss the triple bananas that were on the ground there, game? Better. Thanks for the mushrooms, I guess. Missed the mushrooms there because I flew way to the side for that. Yeah, no, this track just hates my guts. This is my, like, kryptonite when it comes to speedrunning. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong on this track whenever I play it. $218. Give me a moment, I gotta go fucking vomit at the side of that. Ah, almost scraped it. Got that last time. Well, thanks, random backwards green shell, I guess. Ah, I hit the ceiling. That's not gonna be there next lap. You know, this run is scuffed as hell, even for Double Dash standards. I still have the other traffic track to do as well. I don't know if that actually slowed me down at all when I hit that car. You know, that was about 3 seconds worse than my first run with this track. Peach Beach. I think I have some time saved here compared to my first run of the day. Well, I get it. That's another question entirely. Dodged! Now dodging that one! And that puts me off cycle with this. Missed the star because I thought that was a banana. We got the mushroom at least. If that star is still there next lap, that'd be amazing. I highly doubt it, though. It is! Minute 22. That's a good fucking run. Or at least for the aisle. Or at least it's about as good as I can get for a run with a lightning. Got it! That angle was perfect. Holy hell. Alright, lightning's gonna throw the cycles off a bit, though. Game just did not give me the separation there. I almost smacked the traffic light there trying to dodge that balloon. Well, that Wiggler bus. Two lightnings on this track. Yeah, that's what got me last time. Every time. Saved about 2 seconds there because I didn't smack the bomb car that time. On the final straightaway. Even with the two lightnings, though. Alright, just Sherbet land in the end. I need to get into the final track before it says 35:30, I believe, to be on good pace. Not sure why I went for air there, but sure. Hup. Let go of the drift there to avoid smacking that stupid ice pillar. Ooh, I'll take the free mushroom. Dodged bananas this time. Almost got landed on by escape. Nice! We've got a chance today. And the blue came after. Alright, my first run today, I had a garbage rainbow road, as those of you who were here saw. Don't knock me off to start the race. Fine. It's not knocking me off. staying to the outside there. Very close encounter. Yo, the shock dodge! Shock dodge! Missed the star, but who cares? Shock dodge! Sure, I'll take it. Not sure what that was, Ozo. But we'll take it, I guess. Dodge! 3. For some reason, I keep landing way too early on that. Alright, we got a really good shot here. Wait, hit the hips. Not the bananas that are all over the freaking place there. Good lord. All the places for the shock to hit, that was not too bad. One, two, three, four. Sure! It's gonna be close. I think we missed it. Well, I hit the wrong fucking button to end the run anyway, but that was about a second off. Second off! Ah! Was it at least better in the in-game time? It probably wasn't. In-game record, it's again a second off. Alright, we're between runs if y'all want to redeem anything. Take a moment to get a drink of my own water first. Stupid cough! Sorry, I forgot the angry. I forgot the angry emotion. That's me being upset at the cough. Taking a cough drop, so hopefully I'll shut up for once. Probably gonna try 2 more runs today. Next ads start in about 13 minutes, so doesn't really make sense to wait that long, unfortunately. Apologies to anyone who gets interrupted during the next run by them. Starting the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Don't mind if I do. Red Chill got so confused there. Nice. Luigi's circuit is so stupid and so funny. Almost a clean start. Somehow dodged all that. Sub 130. Good start. Best Luigi circuit of the day, even with the blue shell. Let's see if I can put Andy's ideas into work this time on this track. Unlike whatever the hell happened this time. Well, the previous time. The answer is not really. I'm not really used to the angle. I probably need to practice that. Held that drift a bit so I can dodge. For now, I'll just focus on getting the drop there. Ozo. You were doing so good, Ozo. So good, and then you just went and bit it. Bit the dust. Literally, it bit you. Nice. Got the launch there. Did not knock me off course, but man, it knocked me off track. Dodged! I'll take it! Lesser of two evils, you know? Oh, come on, Ozo, it was right there! And then you just missed the other one. Oh my god, Ozo! So many opportunities, you're just blowing there. You knew there was lightning. Any of them still left? Got one. You know, that was just slower because I got hit a couple times, whereas the other two were pretty clean. But without that lap 2, that would have been solid as hell. Still know how to do this one. I'm giving up on the DK shortcut until another day. Because if I didn't fail it 3 times in a row, I would have gotten a PB. No, come on, getting hit on this mountain's so rare. You know, Ozo, if you could charge up a blue mini turbo, that'd be really great right now. Anyways, heads up, ad break is in 5 minutes. Apologies if it interrupts y'all during a race you want to watch. Bruh. DK, you're in 2nd place and you have Giant Bananas is your special. Why are you getting so many reds this race? And in the worst spots. You're not even gonna know I saved time from not falling off because I'm just gonna get hit by 20,000 red shells. And the worst place bananas. Yeah, no, even though I didn't fall off, I only saved 5 seconds. Great race, Ozo. Great race. And the cop's back. But yeah, it's so weird being someone who likes this track, because I feel like everyone I talk to is like, oh, Sherbert Lane's the worst track in the game. It's the least fun track in the game. It sucks, it sucks. Everyone says that, and it's like, I like this track. It's fun. Especially for speedrunning. Except when you do that like an idiot. Ozo, what are you doing? The track is nice, except when I'm stupid. Gets better in future iterations, but you agree it was one of your least favorites in this game? Yeah, it came back in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. And a lot of people liked it more, but I missed the, I missed the fact that the freezies actually freeze you in this game, and that the track actually felt like really slippery. I feel like it's turned down a lot in 8 and 8 Deluxe. But I understand that's probably why more people like it. It should be going up sometime near the end of this race. I mean, yeah, the lake's another path, but it's also notably slower. You never want to take the lake on purpose. Unless you're just trying to, like, dodge enemy attacks, I guess. Two for two! Woo! That reminds me, I did see you clip that moment, Tribulated. Thank you for doing that. No, but still better than having to get saved. Maybe. I haven't measured how much time difference there is. It's probably not that much considering how fast it is to get picked up in 8 Deluxe. It's not like a double dash where it takes like a full 3 to 4 seconds. Ooh, there's a bit of a mess there. I almost hit that random green shell. I saw it there. I'm like, oh, it's gonna hit me, huh? Oh yeah, no, double dash fall-offs were pretty punishing. Not as bad as, like, say, Mario Kart 64, but they were pretty bad. 150? That might be my best time on that track. It also probably was a pain just because you weren't used to, like, the slipperier controls. And it makes you fall into the water more. Anyways, ads should be starting any moment. Go figure, it happens during Baby Park. Apologies, y'all. I'll try not to get second this time. I was almost thinking I dodged it for a moment there. I was like, is that shell flipping me away from it? Nope. Hey, correct. Keep an eye on that for next lap. That could be some good items. What the hell? What the hell? Baby Park is doing Baby Park things again. It's just in. Bruh! What the hell? I accidentally hit the pause button when I was trying to freaking do my reactions. Fuck off, game. Well, hopefully this run isn't the one that ends up being my best of the day. Not too bad of a detour there. It's always this track. This track never gives me an easy time, I swear to God. Hey y'all, welcome back from the ads. While you're gone, I was a big fucking idiot. Got second place at Baby Park, again. And then I accidentally smacked the pause button when I was trying to show my angry reaction, because they're right next to each other on my fucking keyboard. Oh my god. Anyways. So I deliberately waited a few seconds to balance out the stopped timer. It didn't affect any of the in-track times because it happened after the race ended. Plus there's a separate timer for that anyway, but it still pisses me off. Really hope this isn't my best run of the day. Don't do it immediately. Bit late there. Might as well not have done it at all. You know, I just wasn't getting a drift off in that part of the track. Now, without going right into the lava, I wasn't. Barely made that. Alright. So focused on dodging that freaking green shell hiding in that item set. Now it throws me off the cycle. The thing is, that's still a decent time compared to some of my runs. Yeah, I just know it could have been so much better if I wasn't a fucking moron. It's gonna be hard to beat the time I got last run on this track. I'll take the dodge. Missed the mushroom, but note it's there in case it's still there next lap. Or get shrunk anyways. Completely botched the exit angle. Missed the star. Well, I got it. Yeah, no, this is a terrible Peach Beach. Yoshi Circuit. I remember having a really chaotic first lap where I dodged just everything. Game, you trying to repeat that? Well, not if you throw the red shell then. I mean, it's not the worst place I could have gotten shocked. I've gotten shocked at the tail before. That sucks. That's pretty much a guaranteed fall off. Not sure why that red failed, but I'll take it. Was that 3 reds in a row? Dude, you're not Koopa and Paratroopa. Why are you throwing so many at me? There, got a dodge. Woo! Not a blue dodge, but it's a dodge nonetheless. That was a really risky corner. Didn't trust all that debris on the inside. About the same as I was last time. I remember the tornado being in a pretty similar spot. Got 4 races left, including Rainbow Road. Let's get down to it. And went too far right on that angle. How am I better getting the angle on Mushroom City? That's the harder track. Ooh, didn't hit the ceiling that time. I'll take it. Completely whipped. Gosh, dang it, these combos. About an average run for me today on that track. Haven't really had a clean run yet, but it's Mario Kart Double Dash. You don't get clean runs when you want them. Last time I did this track, I felt like I did okay until I botched the final lap in the dining hall. Just to clarify, Tribulated, you are talking about the track I was just on, Mushroom Bridge, correct? And you're talking about the cut that cuts the corner between the two tunnels that goes up on, like, the sandy hill? Is that correct? To my knowledge, it's approximately the same time, but that's also before I discovered the quick drop trick. If I had to guess, it probably saves like maybe a tenth or two of a second compared to the normal path, but I'm not sure how worth it I'd say it is. Like, for me, it feels more like a split path than it does an explicit shortcut. Dodged! Fire in the hole! But yeah, no, I get that. It's still better than the, bridge railing shortcut, quote unquote. Saved around 8 seconds there. That was a good one. Alright, I got 2 tracks left, and I know the next one's Wario Coliseum. Yeah. Drop tech. Let's go. Well, I'm not dodging this one. That being said, at least it didn't knock me off the track. I remember this part here being clogged as hell with items on the second lap. I mean, at least I didn't fall off. Still not exactly a clean first lap like I wanted. At least I dodged the red question mark. Yeah, no, this is gonna be slower than the last time I did this track. Forgot about the L-Tech. Bozo, you idiot. And then you just smack into the wall like that. Good job, Bozo. Dodged! You know, that was as bad as my first run, but it was mostly just because the items did not let up. Thank you for the congratulations on that bit. Really, the question for this trek is, how long will it take for me to get clear of these losers? Because the longer I'm bumping against them, the more likely it is that they'll bump me off the track or something stupid. Like that! Good lap. And 5 minutes 6 is like a perfect lap for me. What was that, Ozo? Ozo, you idiot! Yeah, that's what happens when I do it too early. I'll take the red dodge at least. And then I act like an idiot and angle it to pump me right off the track. Good job, Ozo. Yeah, no, I'm not getting the PB with that bullshit. Listen, I said perfect laps, not perfect race. I knew it wasn't lasting all 3 laps, but I wish it wasn't my fault for doing the dumbest things imaginable. And the annoying thing is, I am still on pace to get a PB. But it could have been so much better if I didn't mess up this stupid final lap on doing easy shit. And on the pause button. And I'm just missing all these panels for some reason. What was that following? Alright. It's actually getting closer than I thought it would because I keep getting hit. I mean, it's a PB technically. Except for the fact that this is without the time I added on IRL for the pause. It's also not a PB in game because it's like a second slower still. I just need one more run. Please. Reminder, if y'all want to redeem anything, now is the time. got my drink of water. Gonna give it one more try today before I stop. That should round out the stream to a little over 3 hours. Alright. Had to make sure my body wasn't trying to get the fucking hiccups before I started. That would be the last thing I need. Starting the run in 3, 2, 1. Final to go. Wrong way power slide. That was it. We just started. And then you completely whiffed the dodge. Why is... Stop getting oranges! That was it. It's annoying because I haven't really had much... Oh, right. I mean, I dodged the red shell. Yeah, no, this is... Terrible first track. Terrible first track. Lost 7 or 8 seconds on that one. Mostly on lap 3. Partially due to my own bullshit. Alright. Let's not do any stupid mistakes here. Dodge. Stupid mistakes, hello. Thought I didn't invite you. We just started the run game. Can you at least give me like 5 races? Or at least 3? You know, that lost 4 seconds on my first lap. Almost smacked a Shy Guy again. Oh, so. That works for a dodge, I guess. Good run. Could have been better, but it was still decent. Sub 130 is usually the goal, so. Better than Luigi's Circuit one, at least. Alright, if this track goes like run 2, I've got a chance of getting some time. If it goes like run 3, no. Oop, hello there! Yeah, see, since I get hit any of those first 2 laps, the tides are actually low for that. Granted, it's not going to be an amazing time because we got hit with lightning right at the end. But we only lost a couple seconds. Like 4 or 5. Still better than last run, worse than run 2. Can I win this track for once? Well, if you could start the power slide, that'd be a great game. It was like, what directional input? What? Wind up. Too early on that one. That one was on me. Still the best run I've had on this track, in a bit. I will fucking take that. Probably the best run I've had there today. Still almost wasn't enough, because they cling to you like hell on this track. This track I'm unlikely to gain much time on. We'll see. Well, not if I start like that. Nice. What's up, Lime? You can tell me. I was trying to... Ooh, good for you. What was the category? But yeah, my plan there was I was trying to hit the mushroom car harder so that I could get a good bounce and dodge it. 80%? Alright, good for you. Better lap 2. Probably too late on that one. Good news is I was too late for those freaking bomb cars to mess with me. Sure, whatever. I'll take that. Wasn't a disaster. Just cuts off as I get freaking murdered by the bus. But yeah, I didn't know you tried to speedrun line. I knew you played the game a lot, but I guess that makes sense. Are you gonna submit your time to like any leaderboards so you can see it like improve over time? Oh, that was your first attempt. Well, at the very least, in the rules. Great. Didn't time it right there. Good job, though. Dodge it! Redemption! Oh, modded race? Yeah, no, that's fair. Do you remember the time you got on that? Oh, you improved a lot then. Dodged. That's probably my best Yoshi circuit today. And I'll gladly take that dodge. Mario circuit, I really messed up last time. Glad to hear that. Ozo. Ozo. Well, I guess I'm not improving my time on this track. But yeah, no, I'm glad that you're getting into it. It's always fun to like get more into speedrunning a game you haven't done too much for before. Lost about 4 seconds on that. Didn't even get hit with any items. That was all my stupidity. Can you get the drift off, Ozo? Whatever. I'll take the dodge, I guess. Bowser Shell could have easily smacked me. Mushroom. And lightning means that all of the Goombas here drop mushrooms. Only one was really in a good spot. You know, that was about as bad, if not a little worse than my last run. Mostly my own fault, but still. Wario Coliseum. Can I remember to actually fucking do the tricks every time? But yeah, I don't know if there's like any sort of follow function on speedrun.com, but I'd gladly do it for you. I think Mario just got putted off the map. Nice. Botched that one somehow. Not sure how. Wrong angle means I'm fixing that. Or getting smacked anyway. You know, this ain't a good start to this trek. Do you think you'd ever try submitting to marathons or events like I do, Lion? Would be funny if we got to be in the same events. That being said, there's so many trans girls in the events I run. There's so many trans girls in the events I run, it probably would be hard to find someone who isn't wanting to do Celeste already. Yeah, now I get it. Nerves are definitely a thing for that. Ow. So much for that time save. You know, this is not a PB on this track. Mushroom helps, though. Actually, it might be my best of the day. Let's fucking go, question mark? Alright, I failed the first 2 times here because of shortcuts that I was not good enough to take. The 3rd time, it was just a clusterfuck. How will this run go? Dodge! Let's go! Okay, that was just you being an idiot. Don't run into the banana that's all by itself. Oh, so. Ooh, shock dodge. Let's go. By the way, would I take a raid request? I do have a command for raid requests. Good time there, finally, for once. I have it as a points redeem. I've been considering changing the price of it, though, because no one uses it. Dodged. Yeah, that wasn't really clean. Especially not that angle. First lap was clean though. And a mushroom. Weird angle, but it's still faster. Shh. Well, fine. Don't give me a chance to dodge at all then. Thanks. Yeah, there's all the mistakes that didn't happen lap 1. Did the lightning strike get interrupted? Keep an eye out for items that dropped, I guess. The answer is none. That is the best Waluigi Stadium I've had today. Still was a fucking mess. But it's still my best by like at least 5 seconds today. Sure. Thanks, Birdo. You know, Birdo's probably the worst rival to get after the Koopa Troopas, or King Boo and Petey, just because it gives them a second item that homes in on you. Luckily, we've been kind of out of range of it for most of the run, but still. You know, I had a really good run here last time. I don't think I'm beating that. Especially when I get hit like that. Hey game, can you stop being so straight? I'm trying to get curves for these power slides. Like that. I mean, even if Lion's not curious, I'm personally curious. I will say, mention how many people total are on the leaderboard. Because, for example, like 100th place out of 200 is less impressive than 100th place out of 1,000. What the hell? It swerved on me. They're not supposed to do that. And that's out of how many? You know, I lost a couple seconds here. Still not bad, though. Five races left. Gotcha. Progress is progress. Well, I was doing good for like 50 seconds. Then the blue shell alert came in. Heads up, y'all, ads in 5 minutes. Dodged! That's about my average time for this run today. How much time does that skip save, pup? Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. What exactly does it skip that counts as the demo? Because I remember there being a lot of demos in Celeste. Ooh, Queen's Garden Acid Skip. Oh, Demo Dash. That reminds me, have you been practicing that still, pup? Like, it's okay if you haven't, I was just... Frick. I was just... God damn it! I was just curious. Chapter 3 is your least favorite, huh? Okay, so this is the scuffed race. Always one. Sure. Yeah, no, I wasn't getting away when it was on the fucking stairs! Yeah, no, I lost like a good 15 seconds here almost. 13 seconds lost. That was gross. Alright. Bowser Castle. 3 races left, including this one. What was that, Ozo? Ozo! Can you drive correctly, Ozo, please? It would mean a lot to me. Lost maybe a second. Could have been worse. Those bananas were in real rough spots, game. Ad should be starting any second, y'all. There's a good lap. Take a wide angle so I missed that banana. There's the shock. That actually was a really decent time to get shocked. That corner curbing kind of carried me around the corner instead of into the wall. There's the ads. I think they're missing... What was that, Ozo? Still my best run of this track, but still. What was that, Ozo? Could have saved like 2 more seconds on that one. Oh, it's dry desert. And you missed the startup boost. Ozo, this is like your 63rd race of the day. And that's your first time missing it. Wow. somehow got that cut again. There's the lightning. Lost time. Barely anything, actually. And that was a nice little cut there. This actually might be my best dry desert of the day. And then you do that as a. And then you do that as a. Still my best of the day, but it could have been sub 150. Alright, final track. Sub 39 is within range, y'all. Welcome back from ads. We are within range of sub 39. We are on the final track. That was a terrible angle. I'm glad I braked there. I had to open my fucking mouth, didn't I? You had to open your mouth, Ozo. Don't get me wrong, I think we're still on PB pace, but... like, come on. You know, that was a terrible first lap. This is final run? Yes, it should be. My goal today was to do 4 runs. Oh, thanks for missing. I will gladly dodge whatever was in there. Plus, if I try again after this, I think I'm going to cry. Because of how my brain is fucking breaking down at this fucking race. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not it. You know, I'm within pace to get it, even with the worst fucking run I've seen on this track. But by God, it is not feeling satisfying. Can I break away, please? Playing this like a fucking casual Ozo. See that time right there? That's the time I would have finished if I'd done a good run. PB! Despite every bit of logic in the fucking universe. That was the most disgusting Rainbow Road race I've had in 5 years. Still got it. But man, I really shouldn't have. And as proof of concept, and for potential submission to speedrun.com if I feel like it. Thank you for the redeem, Lion. We've knocked off the in-game time by 6 seconds as well. Thank y'all for putting up with me. I know I get moody as fuck whenever runs don't go well, or I encounter any adversity, and I really shouldn't. It's why I don't stream my practice that much. That being said, if y'all are interested in seeing the run itself on Sunday, you can catch that on FAST-A-THON's Twitch channel, which I will be linking in the Discord. And then probably mentioning it on Blue Sky before it happens as well. I'm really excited to have this new tech to show off and then hopefully get some PBs out of it in one of the next few events. We broke the 39 barrier finally. So the next goals would be to cut it down, mainly whatever the fuck that Rainbow Road was. And to cut down figuring out that DK Mountain shortcut, for the love of God. Anyways, I think I'll finish the credits there. We've seen them enough times. Doing that so it's quieter music, and sure, thank you for the redeem on Guide the Raid. I'll go ahead and type it in. Raid Scottzilla. Looks like they are streaming art for the Fairy-thon. I believe I've heard of the Fairy-thon because I follow Noelle, but I've not seen the streamer that it's helping. But it sounds like a good cause from what I've heard. This has been Ezocret, she, her pronouns. Tune in Sunday to see the run on FAST-A-THON, and tune in tomorrow to see me get back into Hollow Knight after a week off. 2 weeks off, actually. As we'll actually start getting into, like, the true ending hunt. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.